Hey, what's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about Bob, the overall general market, and what happened in the news yesterday that caused a lot of this dumping. Because this is just getting started, and I want to warn you guys because we could definitely see some spikes down, maybe down to these lower levels like 80,000, 82,500. I'm just not expecting it to go very well because we broke up once here. We spiked down big. This is setting up for a diamond formation. This diamond formation eventually broke out because of probably bullish sentiment, which they drove people in just to pull in liquidity, and then this completely reversed. This set up a head and shoulders on the 1 hour that we can see. So here's the one shoulder, here's the second shoulder, and here's the head. This pattern is bearish. It's a reversal pattern, and we haven't seen any pattern beyond this like diamond formation really before this pattern. So this is just a double bearish pattern setup on the 1 hour chart. We can go to the 4 hour, or let's go to the 6 hour chart. Can't really see much there, but it still looks like a head and shoulders to me. If we're looking even on the long-term scales, we can have at least another drag down for the next 20 days, 30 days. We're supposed to climb up here a little bit higher to test this bottom level, and then that's how you test the previous support level. And then if that becomes resistance, we will probably see a huge breakdown. Like, fear goes quick. Fear causes people to do just, things without thinking really. It's not rational thought. So you're going to see maybe something like, let's just go back to the previous year and see what we had before. So last year in 2024, around the same time on the 16th, we actually had that little bull market up. We were climbing up, had that exact same diamond pattern where it just kind of like went up high, went down low, and then it just popped up, tested new highs, and then broke all the way down and dragged down till about the 22nd of January, actually the 23rd of January. But from here, we saw a complete reversal in the market. And since till just March 13th, we saw just look at this ravishing pump. This 40,000, 38,000, all the way up to 72,000. So don't let things like this scare you. We need a lot of fear in the market to drag down prices to get people with weak hands to sell. And this is what's going to cause that rubber band effect, that V that we need to get the bull market really started. Uh, we can even go back maybe to 2023 for Bitcoin. Let's see. Did we have anything similar here? Same things. Literally, it's just bearish. Like December, end of December is always just a bearish time. I don't know. It just tends to be like that. I've just noticed this pattern over the years. Let's go to 2022. December, bearish month. Like this was during the bear market too, after the bull market, so we're probably not going to expect much here. It was just a continuation at this point, but we can even see from a bullish sentiment of this whole bull market, the bearish sentiment only started in December. Like it was in November and then it continued on into December. These months are just always so negative. So I'm not going to be surprised if we saw that test up on the 15. We can even look at the 15 minute. It'll make it easier for us. No, no, no. Hour. Yeah, like this huge wick down. Look at that. It's already getting started. I think we literally just saw this happen before our very eyes. That is bearish. Expect a huge drag down. I'm assuming like 80,000, 82,000. If we get lucky, maybe even a little bit lower. But yeah, Bob's going to go down with this. I'm not feeling so good about the fact that, the market, Bob is just like any other thing. It's a part of the crypto market, and it's going to follow the overall market sentiment to some degree. It's not just an isolated coin completely. I mean, it relates to ICP, and as ICP's value goes down, Bob is going to follow along with it because it has to hold true to something. I mean, yeah, here's ICP getting dragged down into the abyss. I would not be surprised if we see like a big wick down to 7.5, maybe $8. And, get ready, get your bags ready. This is where you hold cash. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have a pretty good cash position. I took some profits on Bob because, yeah, I'm a long term holder, but when you're up this high, from buying in at like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents where I did, yeah, I'm gonna take some profits, especially after a big wick down like this, letting it isolate over here a bit. And it just does not feel good to me. I was thinking that this could be a bullish pennant that was gonna break up even higher and maybe test all-time highs, but with what Powell said in the markets, why are the U.S. markets down? I think it was because he had a rate cut. There is another rate cut. And yeah, look at the Dow plunged more than 1,100 points and marked its longest losing streak since 1974. Like, it's just news. They're coming out with all the bad ones. So they're making the market look like it's absolutely horrible. Don't invest to it. And of course, people are being born. People are just realizing what the market is. They see this, the fear of God gets put in them. The world is ending, it's over, we're going to be going down to the bottom. This extreme reactions all over the place. But don't let this get to you. That's why you're watching my channel. Uh, we're probably going to expect another, we're just going to keep on dumping. Look at this. The Dow Jones Industrial Average ended the day down about 1,123 points, or 2.6% after the Fed indicated in a policy statement that it is forecasting just 2 interest rate cuts in 2025. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I think we had an interest rate cut from 4.5 to 4.25 too. Let's see. Was there an interest rate cut yesterday? Yeah. Yeah, point range of 4.25 to 4.5%. Okay, I see. So the interest rate went up. This was the third rate cut in as many meetings of the Fed's Policies Committee. Okay. Yeesh. This is not good. This is just not good for the overall markets. The economy is coming down to a slow, and oh, central bank lowered its benchmark interest rate by a quarter percentage point to a range of 4.25% to 4.5%. Rates have fallen by a full percentage point since September. That is huge, making it cheaper to get a car loan, finance a business, or carry a balance on your credit card. But on average, members of the Fed's rate setting committee said that they're expecting the borrowing costs to fall by only half a percentage point in 2025. That's less than 3 months ago when they were projecting a full percentage point. Whew. Imagine just 3 months ago saying, yeah, we're going to get a whole point cut off so that, your interest rates are cheaper. You can go get those loans, go have fun. And now they're saying, yeah, never mind. I changed my mind. We're not doing that actually. That just sends a bad message that they don't know what's going on. They don't know what they're doing and they're hiding something. And they're just waiting to the very last minute to tell us. Powell basically just said F everyone. That's what I'm seeing here. It's not looking good for Bob. Expect this to go down. I'm thinking the 1.2. We're gonna see something around here, here. So I can make these with some horizontal lines to make it a lot easier. Something there. Expect here at these tops and this bottom. Looking at these price targets. We had a little bit here as well. But we can definitely see on the lower end to like 0.8. Maybe even a little bit lower if we get a wick down to 0.7. These are our extreme levels. Let me get down to the 1 hour chart too to make it easier as well. We can draw a Fibonacci retracement. So we can say the pump started here, drove us up here. So right now we are dropping down to the 0.382 level, but we could see a drop down to the 0.618. And if things get really bearish, like really bad, this is where I'm getting that 0.7, 0.8 mark. It's literally around the 0.77, 0.786. But usually that's very, very rare. That's like if things get really bad, there's like a specific reason. I'm not feeling so good about us hitting this level. That's truly some mega bearish territory. But if the markets like Bitcoin start dropping down to like 80,000, yeah, this Bob is pretty new. The liquidity is low, and we could see some spikes. With like we already saw this spike from one whale, and if people start selling, I wouldn't be surprised if we see extreme scenarios like 0.786. So keep that in mind. Keep your money on the side. Don't get too hasty. You might see some like bullish action here and there, but the overall trend right now, I'm feeling like it's reversing. I felt like it reversed after this point right here. After we saw this initial leg down, this huge wick down, someone knew something. This set the tone. You know, we've been going up with higher lows and higher highs, and then boom, after this huge wick down, got a lower low, and a lower high, and another lower high, another lower low. If we're talking about the overall, if we ignore this wick, it's a lower low from this one, and a lower low from this one, and then we match this one, and we pump back up to retest those highs again. But we still didn't get higher. Actually, we just were slightly below. So that's a lower high right there. And then we tried to stay into this, and hopefully it was like a forming that bullish pennant like I was talking about. As we can see here, I can delete this for us. We can see here, we had something like this. It was like it was supposed to look like this. And we can see it was forming this, but then it broke down. And you can see that we are testing that overall level of support that we built over here. We tested that. It didn't break through exactly. And then we're coming up to this over here, which is the true, like this was the extreme lows that you could have bought at, which were very rare to make some money here. But that's buying the dip. And then once this broke again, tested this, you know, support line that was support and now became resistance. Now we're breaking down again. And that is not good. That's literally confirmation of this bearish pattern of this bullish pattern not coming true. And it's now turning bearish. So if we're going to be honest, what we would do here, holy shit. We would take a trend line. We would draw it from the flag. From the base of the flag, you would take the stem, and we'll put that right here. So we broke out here. We can expect to drop down to like the $1 level. That's just how this pattern should play out. That'll help us maintain this overall bullish sentiment. But in the short term, midterm, I don't know, 15, 30 days, probably like 20 days, 15 days. I'm looking more around that time frame. Expect legs down. Use this as an opportunity to buy Bob. It's going to be a great dip opportunity because in mid-January, end of February, end of January, beginning of February, we're going to expect some huge pumps. This is where you get into Bob. That's where we're going to see $4, $5, $6, $7, $8. And Bitcoin's probably going to be breaking up to the 110, 120 levels. And then from there, just going berserk. As it always does. It just seems people are a lot more bullish after they see, a pump up from lows instead of pumping up higher from highs. And we need to cool down. We need to relax. It seems like that Trump rally is kind of dimming down a bit and people are starting to finally take their profits. So hope this helps, guys. Keep this in mind. Just be patient. And I hope you pulled some. Oh my gosh. Literally right before your very eyes. That is a confirmation of the break. We're going down. I'm going to post this as soon as possible. I'll see you guys. Keep this in mind and stay safe out there. Take whatever profits you can get. It's not about just simply holding on to Bob. It's about understanding that it's a long-term play, and taking some profits now to stack later is never a bad idea, especially if we have a good, real solid idea that things are going to continue going this way. Peace out, guys. Love you all.